everyone, it's Valerie. It's Monday and you're here watching Lezzismore, and so I'm here with my older sister Marissa. Say hi, Marissa.
Hi.
And we had a different topic lined up for this week, but I didn't prepare for it. So I'm revisiting one of our older topics where we interview like either a friend or a family member about what it was like for them when, you know, we came out to them and stuff. So I'm gonna ask Marissa what it was like for her when I came out to her. So Marissa, would you like to tell everyone how I came out to you?
I believe Valerie sent me a message on MySpace. Yes.
Back when MySpace was really cool and people used it instead of Facebook. Back when Facebook was only for college kids. And then, so what were you doing when you got this?
I was on the computer. No, that was when, yeah, I was on the computer just watching TV. And, no, that was when I was living with Juan. And so he was watching TV and I was on the computer. Yeah, so he was there when I read it and I found out. So he was also found out pretty much at the same time.
And so what was your initial reaction and stuff? Were you surprised or did you see it coming?
I think it was, yeah, it was, I think, oh gosh, kind of a surprise, but kind of like at the same time, not, I don't know, it was a surprising revelation because I didn't really see it coming, I guess, but at the same time it wasn't, when it wasn't like implausible, I guess, if you, I don't know, I don't really like to think too much about my sister's relationships in general, so it wasn't really, you know, so, but yeah, I was surprised, but I wasn't, but yeah, it didn't seem, like I said, it was, I don't know.
So what did you do, Marissa?
After, I think I told my friends. I think I told Katie and David. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't like, it was also weird just because you were living in far away in Stockton, kind of, and so it wasn't, you know, like I could see you either or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, it was. So that there was that too. I don't know. It just seemed like it was something new to learn about you, but at the same time, it was kind of like, oh well, you know, you were so far away anyway at the time, kind of like out of my, kind of like, and living in a separate life, living in a separate thing anyway. Yeah. So it was kind of like not really. It was kind of like. Still way far away, far over there, I guess, in a way of thinking. So it was almost like, oh, okay, well, we'll see what happens when you come back. And so, and you haven't really been back, and this is like the first time you've really been back here in a long time. So, so it's, yeah.
Yeah, and like for me at that point, because that's when, it's like right before, it was like, I think like, I don't remember. Well, it was my senior year. I was 21. But so like I was about to put it, you know, everything like up in Facebook and stuff. And I don't think you didn't have a Facebook yet. But you know, I was friends with people that you know, like, and friends of yours and stuff on there. And so I didn't want, like, I wanted to tell you myself and stuff because I didn't want you to hear it from someone else, and because that would be horrible, you know. But like at that, like for me, it was easier, like, yeah, to put it in writing because it was like really hard. Like to voice that, because I, you know, I mean, it's the same thing I told mom and dad, that I was like really scared that you'd be okay with it and stuff. I don't know why. I just, you just get like, you just get so scared that, you know, like your family's gonna be like, rah, like, you know, just completely like shun you and push you away. But sometimes you're actually very pleasantly surprised, and I'm very fortunate that I have such a loving family that, you know, they really supported me and everything like that. And it meant a big deal to me for you and for mom and dad to actually like come out to Delaware and stuff and get to meet Dara and everything like that. That was huge. And then Marissa wrote me a letter back and stuff, which was very sweet, and I was crying the whole time I read it. It's like every time I've had to come out to like a family member and stuff, it's always been in writing. You should tell them how David came out to you, your friend David, because that was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I was talking to Valerie on the phone, and I think I was talking to you on Mom's phone. I think it was like Mom on Mom's cell phone, and I had my cell phone, and David was sending me a text message, and he was like, "Oh," and it was just he sent me a message, and he was saying he was feeling bad, and then he said, "Oh, yeah, I'm really depressed because my boyfriend just dumped me. Oh, by the way, I'm gay," and I was like, "What?" And I think I was on the phone with you, and I was like, "Oh my God, Valerie!" And I was like, "David's gay!" But, you know, that was another thing where, that was one where, you know, Katie and I kind of like, you know, we've been friends with David for more than 10 years, and a lot of the time we've kind of been suspicious just because, speculating because he never had interest in, you know, girls. Like, he was never interested in girls. He never, you know, I mean, he was just always like super neutral in the middle, and we were always just like, could it be possible? And then we were like, no, could it? And you know, and then I was just, and then, you know, I did the same thing. I immediately I was like, Valerie, I gotta go. And then I think I called Katie and was like, oh my God, you know, and I told Katie before David told Katie, which I probably should not have done. I told her, and then I told her, and I said, Katie, don't tell him I told you. Just wait and see how long he takes to tell you.
Interesting.
You're welcome, Valerie. Okay. Bye.
Bye.